Once again, I found myself in a pretty bad situation where all my team was dead and there were 5 enemy tanks remaining. But it did allow me an opportunity to earn another Kolobanovs medal, and this time it's in this season pass Ultimate Season Tank Kanonenjagpanzer 3 GST Turm. The tank has been buffed because it was so bad. It is better now, but it's still on the weaker side. So before we started the game, let me quickly tell you what was updated. What they updated was the HP from 1900 to 2100, improved the reload by 0.9 seconds, aim time from 2.5 to 2.1, and turret rotation by 2 degrees. So now it's still bad. We're on the weaker side of tier 10 tank destroyers. However, I can easily play against tier 8 and tier 9. That was a struggle before. So before wasting any more time, let's get started with this battle where we end up clutching a 1v5, almost kind of 1v6. So the battle started at a smaller map. The tank does have armor where I can bounce the standard shells. However, the limited turret arc is always a tricky with this tank because it's only 40-degree right or left, and since the map is so small, I get spotted every time I fire. I went to C1 to support my team. It is encounter respawn on the 1-2 line, and most of the time everyone just drive forward and engage in a brawling situation. So usually this position works better if your turret can rotate completely, or at least 90 degrees or so, or even better if it's 180 or 360 turret rotation, because now not only is it awkward for me, but I'm also getting spotted because their team has pushed forward. I wanted to help my team, but there's nothing I can do because I don't even have the high alpha, and this time I got spotted before I even fired. So I gave up over on this side and decided to go in the middle so that maybe I can help my team over on that side, as I'm not really helpful or helping my team. I'm just a liability at this point. I would have been as good as being AFK, or if anything else, I would take a shot because I was getting spotted. And once you get spotted, and in general, an average player, they will just keep scoping that position, and if you peek there again, you will get shot more often than not. So I decided to give up on this position and start making my way through the mid, realizing that we have lost another tank, and also realizing that they are now pushing forward and I can set up a crosshair and farm and again help my team. You can only do so much by yourself. At the point you need to play in a way where if the game is too unbalanced or they're streamrolling, you have to be in a position where you can farm when they're crushing your team so that they're being punished for their aggression. And our IS2 goes down, and Conway that was behind also goes down to 4005. And I'm running out of options here. Aviary pushed, do manage to get my first shot. They kill another tank, Tiger too. So the tank I came to help, they're all dead. Their team pushed with numbers. They had the better tanks, but I think our tanks also were a little too aggressive. They poked to get one shot and got deleted by the bigger guns. We do have 2 lines, but it was a matter of time before I died. So I decided to, again, reposition, or you can say run away, towards the middle where we had numbers. Our team is pushing 8 lines, so I thought I can go in the mid and help them on the 7-8 line. This light tank is just running around in the middle. Decided to put a shot into him, missed. As I said, they improved the aim time, but the bloom is horrible. The bloom is like worse than Death Star. That is the problem. They need to fix 2 more things with this tank for it to be competitive. First, they have to improve the bloom. They need to make it smaller. And then the second thing they need to do is make the track rotation or tank traverse better, because it's a fixed rate tank and it's a really, really slow rotation compared to other tier 10 tank destroyers. So despite it as fast, but rotation is always a struggle. And now this light tank is just toying with me. My light tank completely failed to put a single shot on this tank. It's very frustrating here. I came to help my team and just realized that our light tank couldn't do anything, and I had to kill the Hawk after putting 2 shots with the little bit of, I guess, the back of my tank rammed against the back of my tank. So the score is 6v7, and my team has pushed on the 8-9 corner, but I had to hold this because our mid is gone as well. So I was hoping to hold this position so that he can peek, and once he peeks, I can at least reliably kill this tank. I have lost half of my health, by the way, without doing or making any impact on the game. Not a clear shot. I wanted to hide behind this position so that I'm somewhat held down, and also they can't really push me, because once they start doing that, getting around as I said, the tank is slow to turn. But standard shells can definitely bounce off this tank, especially tier 8s if they're not firing premium, and I'm also angled. They can still pen move towards the side. And while I'm waiting, what do I see? We have lost some more tanks, 3v7. Things are looking pretty bad. I was also grinding my tank for the gold mark, And this is not only a bad map for the tank, as the tank has mobility and you want some bigger maps, but this is also a terrible situation where our team is just losing. I did not made any bad play. I wasn't being passive. I had tried everything to help my team, but it didn't matter. But now the recovery begins. It was 2v6. I was focused on Death Chariot, but Astrion pushed. I saw his side. Easier to get rid of him now, get rid of numbers. Took him out of the game. Death Chariot switched to HE. Do ended up penning me this time. I put another shot into Death Chariot. Our Ruthless, or the heavy on the left side, is still alive, fighting with another heavy tank. Bounced my shot on the Death Chariot, and their Ruthless took out our Ruthless. 1v5. Can we do it? Of course, that's the name of the episode. Death Chariot bounced again. He should have used HE again. At least he was able to pen me. Or even with the premium, Death Chariot doesn't have the best premium pen. It's only 250, so HE was his best option, I would say. So moving forward, 1v4. Their Ruthless was spotted over on our... Took out our Ruthless, and their heavy was spotted on the 2 line. Decided to close in on the heavy so I can take a shot and still probably do 3 or 4 shots of damage. But as I was moving, a tier 8 medium gets spotted. He is one shot. He's getting cover. E50, pretty healthy E50. Who could just ram me, is charging. Tier 8 made a mistake of peeking, taking him out of the game, and then E50M is charging. He bounced a shot, RBRT. But what do I see? That E50 is a little bit scared, like you're any average player. They do struggle against any sort of armor. So instead of just penning me head on, as it does have the pen or the premium pen, or just ramming me, he decided to get around me, put a shot on my side, and just casually run away. He's playing as if I am the better tank. I'm not. Neither am I playing a Night Stalker where you have to be afraid. So he backs up a little bit more. I bounced this time. He's again just crossing sideways. Bounced another shot into me. He's using the standard, of course. He could have easily penned my side even with standard. It's just poor aiming. He's RBRting. And you could see that's why he just pushed around me so he could pen my side without really aiming, and that's what cost me. I decided to finish him, but he dropped down, now rotating to the back side. I was worried about their heavy pushing me towards the back as well. So I didn't have much time, but all of a sudden Ruthless gets spotted, and I am definitely one shot for him. As he comes around the corner, I pen him, and not sure what happened. Maybe he hit a bump. He just missed his shot completely. Another shot, and that was enough time for me to take him out of the game as well. And now E50 is one shot. I can take a shot from him, but I was hoping I don't, as I might need for the last tank. He fired. I take him out of the game. And now from 1v1, it is 1v1. However, I am one shot. I cannot take any shot from the I7, who hasn't been spotted in a while. He was 1-9, so all this time I was worried that he will be pushing from the backside. But since he didn't, I thought maybe he thought they have already won the game, so he stepped away or something. I was still being careful because this was the opportunity for a Kolobanovs. We don't want to miss it. You don't get too many opportunities, especially not in this tank. This is not a good tank. One of the worst tier 10s, even after the buff. So I was trying to be careful, not coming to the 2 line, decided to peek in the middle. He's not getting spotted over there as well. I thought he would be probably charging me. So decided to go and hide on the B1, so when he comes I can easily farm him, because I'm not sure how much health he has. I do know that I am one shot. Even if he decided to use an HE, I would probably end up dying. So worried that I don't want to got caught out by him when I'm trying to go towards the 1 line and get shot in the back. Unfortunately, when I was trying to get into the B1 position, I misjudged here and went to C1. This is not the way to go up. So kind of ended up wasting time, and I was kind of panicking here as well that this is not where I planned to go. And if he was coming behind me now, he would be even closer. But nonetheless, still, I thought I could still make it. It's not over yet. We did come out of a difficult situation where I killed the last 5 out of 6 tanks. And I could kill the last one as well, as I do have armor if he poorly aims a shot or shoots or use standard shells. And shoot where my armor can work, like the turret or the lower plate. They can get penned if I'm straight, of course. The roof gets over as the sides gets penned. So even like if he RBRTs towards a little angle, for example, if he's not head on against me, if he RBRTs, he'll probably end up killing me. That's why I didn't want to go head on against this guy. So just holding at this point. I'm finally set up for an ambush here, feeling little bit calm that he didn't caught me at this point. And even my I guess, a little adventure of going to the wrong spot, I do manage to come to a better position. And at this point, I'm like, maybe he's not coming at all. Maybe he is AFK. And since he was spotted on the 2 line, and if the situation stay like this, it would be a draw. So for him, maybe that's what he's going for. But for me, winning or losing doesn't matter. But I did not want to lose the opportunity to get a Kolobanovs. So that's why after waiting for a bit, I realized the time is running out and he might not make it. Because if he hasn't by now pushed to kill me, he might not push me at all. Because probably he went AFK, because that's what I was thinking. That's the only way. He's not on cap. And if you're in that position where your team is leading, sometimes you're like, okay, I'm gonna go quickly grab a glass of water, and by that time we'll launch into the next game. So maybe he's AFK. That's what my hope. So I was charging him where he was last spotted on the 2 line, hoping to catch him off guard, but then it wouldn't be that exciting to farm the last guy that is AFK. But through this process, we did kill a pretty healthy E50, got a little bit lucky with Ruthless. And while I was crossing this opening, I do end up crossing him on the left side. However, because my turret does not rotate, I would have penned him right here, but the tank has low reverse speed, and because the turret doesn't rotate, I didn't get the shot. I wanted to like aim as well because of the bloom. He kind of peeked. I waited, maybe he'll cross, and then decided to fire anyway. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. I cannot cap. Because if I get onto the cap is in the open, he would just charge me. But at the same time, the pressure is on. He has 900 plus HP. I need to pen 3 shots while he need to only pen 1. I have slightly better DPM than him. So if he misses 1 shot, I can definitely pen him twice. Provided that I don't miss, because the tank does not have a great premium pen either, and premium is heat. It's not like I can reliably pen, and this tank is also low to the ground, so I'm never looking down at the tanks for that having or negating their armor. I'm always kind of looking at the same height or a little bit higher. So I decided to charge forward and be held down into the opening towards the middle, and thought, okay, maybe he'll bounce and I can track him, pen him. I have to take this chance. I can't leave it, because what if he just runs away? The fact that he did not charge me this entire time, maybe he just doesn't want to. He's going for a draw. Maybe he'll just run away. So I decided to flank him, and as I was going, he had the same intention. He is charging. And I'm kind of not in the greatest position. However, I do end up penning his upper plate. He bounced though, providing me enough time to pen my second shot, as I was confident my shot low rolled in penetration, and I bounced. He's now charging me again, taking this opportunity. Penned his lower plate, but he's not scared. He's charging now. He's 1 shot. We both are 1 shot for each other. I was hoping for 1 more bounce, and that's what happened. He did bounce. He went for my lower plate. Should have just gone for the structure or superstructure. And with that bounce, it was almost confirmed that we will win this game. But I took my time to hit my last shot, and ending up penning it. And that also resulted in my first Kolobanovs in this tier 10 Kanonenjagpanzer 3 GST Turm. If you want to watch other episodes of Kolobanovs, make sure to check out the playlist in the cards above or in the end screen. So that is it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.